Am I wrong in feeling like there's just not that many great options out there anymore? I have a little apartment here and I have a 9 to 5, office job. But my wife and I, we really don't want an extravagant life. We have low expectations for material possession. All we want is a nice place to live, you know. I'd like to spend my time writing or, recording strange videos or out in the woods, with my family, hanging out. But of course, even those desires come with prerequisites. You have to have food, water, shelter. And of course, I don't have the systems to procure my own food, water, and shelter, so in this system, I need money. My wife was telling me, not too long ago, how she would live in a box in a trailer park or whatever with me, We would just do what we need to get by. But of course, in my mind, replays all the reasons why that's not possible, And even if it were possible for me, it's not possible for everybody, because where would our food come from? It's just, instead, you have to go, outsource employment. You have to sell your time to somebody else who does God knows what, for the ability to afford the basic necessities, And you don't really get that much of a say into what company you work for. I mean, sure you do. It's nice to say that you choose which company you work for, but in reality, you choose the best option. You choose the company that will take you for the best pay and the best hours and the best, you don't really get a great choice, Does it equate 50 hours a week for the rest of your life for a place to live and food and water? Is that really how that adds up? Or is there another way we can structure our work? Is there another way we can structure our life so that we don't need to input this much labor, this much effort for that much gain? Especially now, since humans have been working. You'll see videos pop up on YouTube that medieval peasants even made less than this, or worked less than this. That they worked, maybe half of the days in a year. They took a nap, at lunchtime. Which, whatever, validated or not, we've had a similar work schedule throughout all of history. Yet our efficiency has skyrocketed in the last little while. And somehow that efficiency hasn't translated to hours worked. We don't get more efficient and work less. For some reason, we get more efficient and work more. Like, it's just backwards. And of course, the best reason that I can come up with is that, of course they're going to work you for as much as they can, for as little pay as they can. That's their incentive. They want as much profit, the employers, the corporations, the value generators, they want to buy your time as cheaply as they can get it so that they can accumulate as much wealth as they can. Of course, it's easy for me to say now because I don't have, tens of millions of dollars. But if I did, I would like to think that I wouldn't try to take advantage of other people to set myself up. That's not a standard. That's not a personal standard that I've set for myself. That's not something I would really allow for myself. So why do I accept it as treatment of me? Why do we all accept it as treatment of us? I don't understand how anybody doesn't feel this way. This system has an expiration date. And I get it. Everybody thinks, that the end is going to happen in their lifetime. I'm not saying this is the end of the world or anything, but what we're doing now has a massive expiration date. Not only can, the population of a country not sit there and slave away for peanuts until the end of time, but our energy usage can't keep up. Our soil has less nutrients than we need it to have right now, and it's only getting worse. Everything is kind of degrading at too fast a rate, and our technology is not capable of regenerating everything we're destroying. That's the argument they make, of course, is that, oh, don't worry about all that. In the future, we'll just get really good at solving all these problems. We're not that great at solving them now, but when the need arises, the technology will catch up. And of course, there's no way to invalidate that because it's in the future. But it seems like a bit of a Hail Mary, rather than a calculated plan. So, I don't know. I just came on here to vent because I know, obviously, a lot of people feel the same way. I see it on the internet. And I think it's important that we talk about it. And it's important that I find a way around it. I moved out of a city to a town. I got married. I have a little job here. I have some land. My plan is to learn how to build and maintain a system that doesn't require money. And that's all I can really do for now. But there isn't much infrastructure. There isn't much support. Especially locally. Everybody keeps themselves very individualistic. Not a lot of community, right? And so now it's my job to try and build that, or to try and influence that within my surroundings. And I guess that's all we can do. You have to be the change you want to see, a little cringy quote, but that's my plan. Thanks for watching.